Salary cap, first of all, it's in the name. It's a cap on salaries, not a cap on the commissioner's salary, not a cap on, the commissioner's private jet, not a cap on the owner's profits, not a cap on their franchise values. It's a cap on player salaries. Salary caps are bad for players in general, all players at all levels. There's a reason why historically the owners in every sport desperately want salary caps. The reason is because it's good for them, not because it's good for players. The first salary cap was in basketball. It was in 1983. I started in 1986. The first case I worked on in sports was trying to get out of it with Larry Fleischer, who was the head of the union. The reason why they had a salary cap in basketball, and it's hard to imagine now, is because the NBA was failing. It was literally failing. Half the teams in basketball were literally going bankrupt in 1983. They demonstrated that, and the union still didn't want to agree to it. They filed a lawsuit. Of course, the history of the salary cap sports is once you get into it, you never get out of it, and you give up any leverage you have to fight it. Football has a salary cap because they broke the union in 1987, because there was a strike that failed, guys crossed the picket line. That's why eventually they ended up with a salary cap in football. In hockey, they broke the union to get a salary cap. In baseball, they tried in '94, players went on strike, struck the World Series, but they've also tried maybe 6 other times to get a salary cap. They want it because salary caps make their franchise values go up. Franchise values go up because the cap holds down their labor costs, because it artificially suppresses salaries. Every time a player in a cap sport gets $1, whether in salaries or benefits, that dollar comes out of another player's pocket. For that reason, the owners in the cap sports really don't care who gets the money. They really don't care how high the minimums are. They don't care about giving benefits, because it's just going to come out of another player's pocket. The history in the cap sports is that it leads to more work stoppages, more missed games. Since '94, we haven't missed a game in baseball. In the 3 major cap sports, they've had 7 lockouts, and they've missed, I think, 3 half seasons, 2 in basketball, 1 in hockey. The reason is because once the union is in that system, then the owners basically try and squeeze that share down, make it worse in other ways, and they do that by locking the players out. And that has been the history in every one of those cap sports. In a universe where baseball is doing great, attendance is setting records, viewership, fan interest, youth demographics, because of the efforts of our incredible players, doesn't seem to make any sense. So it's a very long answer to say, yes, it's going to be a difficult negotiation.